outdoor lights that are party time. Hey, I'm Issa and I'm learning to convert this van all by myself while traveling out of it as much as possible. Okay, so I got the whim that I'm going to make the mount for my skylight shade frame. So this is a lot like the turn windows. It's got the screen mount, it's got this mount, except instead of the turn, this is just like vinyl. There's no reflectix on the other side, or reflectal like material. And much like the turn windows, I need to pop an edge off, have the screen rolled up so I can see where the screw hole is. So I'm gonna make my frame for that. I'm making my frame inside just a little because where the screws are, I want it to be centered. That's why I grabbed the wrong one. Wow. Pretty happy with that. Okay, we're gonna try the Craig again. We're gonna see if he can be nice to us. Gonna wonder which side, but it doesn't matter which side I do this on. Oh. I gotta adjust for depth. I want to show you what I did with the frame. Pretty happy with it actually. The Craig jig finally worked out for me, but I used 2 clamps to hold the last corners because once I got one in and then the second, they wanted to keep the legs, wanted to keep kind of torquing and spinning away, so I clamped the edges as I went, but I did 2 clamps at the end so I could keep them where they were supposed to be. That worked out a-okay. Alright, I got a win, finally. I have had project after project uncompleted, and I've got my hatch in. Well, the hatch was in, but I've got the screen. Oh, gotta finish. Boy, that's sticky. Okay. Anyway, I have the hatch in, which, as you can see, dear Lord, it sticks really hard on the ends. Is very needed in this sun. I'm put the little caps back on that belong up there, but that was hard to get that open. But I really needed just a completed project. Like the AC is partway done because I'm waiting to do this, that, and the other, and it's nice to have a project done. Just mostly. Hey, just kidding. This thing ended up breaking. The spring broke on this, and then over time it has prolapsed. It's warped. Technically, it still works. I do still have it up, only because I need something to block the sun, and I've yet to find anything that works better that fits the hatch, but I don't recommend this. Also, if you're ever wondering what a day in the van build looks like for me, this is the end of most of my days. So this is me putting away everything that may be partially built and cleaning it out because I am working out of my
family's garage. So I have to put everything away each day very nicely because there are people that park in this garage. Not me, my van won't fit. Just want to show you some behind the scenes stuff that you don't normally think of that take up time on a van build.
Good morning. You can't see me very well, but I am wiring up my lights. So this is what that looks like. I'm wearing this because it gets hot in Phoenix already, and I am trying to beat some of the heat. I work as long as I can before it's just way too sweaty in the van.
I wasn't sure if this idea was going to work, so before I even started wiring the van, I tested my proof of concept with spare wires onto my jacker. At this time, I hadn't seen anyone else do this, and there was no videos instructing me how. I just knew that the idea might work. So I went in the same vein. I also needed a junction box to work for these, plus any potential needs I might have for other wires or anything else to go from my roof into the van. Now, this was overkill. I was just trying to plan for any size wire that might need to pass through this. So that's why I have so many here. I use scrap wire so that I could test fit the water seal on this, and this took some time.
I just spent 6 hours creating my own junction box. Well, plus the time I actually took to create it, but the 6 hours was chasing micro leaks. The toilet paper is just a way for me to tell where leaks might have been coming from. It's taped in the middle because there's a big hole there that I'll be using. But it works.
Now it's time to do one of the most nerve-wracking things and climb the ladder up to the roof of my van. I'm mounting all of these lights to my roof rack that I already had up, and then just kind of looping the wires temporarily because I need to buy more extension wires for this. But in the meantime, they're just going to hang out on top until I finish that. Once my lights were installed, I had to get ready to install the junction box. And to help control any metal shaving, inside the van, I just put an old koi box underneath. I marked out where I wanted the hole, drilled in where I needed to go, and then cleaned that off, of course, primed with paint as well. Then I used the same sealant that I used for the Here's what it looked like once it had cured and set. I also added some butyl tape to that inside hole that I have there. Then I lined it with conduit to buffer the wires that would pass through.
So I've got all of my outdoor lights wired up. I have 2 on each of the 3 sides. And I have conduit and zip tie. It doesn't look great, but eventually I'll do something more with this. Going into my homemade junction box, everything was tested and watertight. I just did the first one. I tried it out. I wanted to make sure all my wiring was set before I wired like all of the lights, and they're working. I was so freaking nervous. I did not think it would work. There were so many different areas and things I connected, and areas that maybe I crossed a wire, or maybe I didn't understand what I was doing, and I freaking got it to work. So I just have to connect the other ones. But I feel like I'm shaking. I'm so excited. I can't believe it worked. I am so glad it worked. I was looking for something to just be easy and not have to troubleshoot. Hard for you to see the light, but do you see how it's purple? I have a remote. I can change the colors. It's hard to see because the darn sun is already out. But both of those, so these 2 are connected together, and I tested them out, and then so they're controlled by a remote, and I wanted them to toggle to, when I had test fitted everything, I kind of figured out which relay areas went to which button, and I wanted those to go to button A. So I have this cool little remote. It's actually a lot like it's the exact same as the diesel heater one. Hopefully this doesn't turn on the diesel heater. I'm sure it won't. We'll find out. Okay, but look. So I'm going to, can you see the purple? Okay, so now we're off. No, we're on. Now we're off. Now we're on. Now we're off. Now we're on. Now we're off. Now we're on. Now we're off. Okay, I'm so excited. Oh, and let me show you too. I can also change the colors. So it came with this remote, and it also has an app on my phone I can use, which seems a little bit slow. So this can turn the lights on and off as well. Oh, I turned the light off. Let's turn the light on. Put our, okay, on. I wonder if I could have turned it on through this. Anyway, we'll do troubleshooting. So purple, blue. This is really the reason I got it. So I'd have some amber light so the bugs won't come up at my business. 2 different kinds of orange, like orange yellow. Yeah, so, oh, that's like a green. So they both correspond. So they both match the same request. So they're on their own channel. This is an incredibly ambitious project. I've never seen anyone do it this way, and I'm sure there are plenty of ways in which I did it wrong. But it's safe and it works. And I have outdoor lights now. Oh my god, I'm like on the ground for this shot. I'm not plugged in. All the lead in this pencil is breaking. Work as long as I can before it's too sweaty in the van. Record. Okay. Does this thing zoom? It doesn't zoom. It's all or not.